Hey guys, it's Bone Valkyrie. I'm here with Helen. She is an Angel Studio Wing Chun. I'm not saying that right. Wing Chun, I think. I'll put the name down below. And I'm here with the Messy BJD Tag by Lovely Day. She does a lot of cool content related to BJDs and smart dolls. So if you're not familiar with her, check her out. Anyway, on to the questions. So, question 1. Confession time. List the ways that you are messy in this hobby. Now, I will say with BJDs, I am less messy than my Barbies or Winx or American Girl, and that's just because I only have one BJD as opposed to a lot of the other stuff. So I am not terrible. There's some things like that I have. She has like a kind of a fantasy hanfu, which is kind of like the ancient, like the not qipao, but like the ancient Chinese dress kind of a thing. Put a picture, and so she's like a fantasy, definitely not historically accurate one, and it really should probably be hung or stored in a different way, just because it's not, I don't want it to get wrinkled. I also don't want to iron it, and because it's in a Tupperware bin that's not big enough for it to lay completely flat. And then, hair and wigs. She doesn't look so bad, but and I think part of my problem with that is that I like the long hair, but those get a little messy. Question 2. What do you find the hardest to keep tidy? So I kind of talked about this already, but I think the big thing is her hair. So she has 3 wigs, and they're all like this one is knee length, and that's kind of where they all are, and just because they are so long, it is a little difficult to keep the hair neat, and as opposed to a doll with rooted hair or with American Girl where the wig is glued on, her wigs can slide around quite a bit. I think also because she has such a long wig, it probably makes it heavier, and there's some flyaways in this fancy styled wig, which drives me crazy, but I do store them. I have these like styrofoam heads that came because I got 2 of her wigs from Angel Studios, and the other one was just like a rando eBay one, and I just keep them on the head and in a bag so that way the hair can't get caught on anything. And then the one that didn't come with a head, I have some like crumpled up tissue paper, tissue, just to kind of keep it from being smushed and keep the shape of the wig cap. But that I think is the thing that I'm messiest with these dolls. Question 3. How do you store your BJD clothes, props, etc.? So as of right now, I have it's not Tupperware, but one of those like big, well, it's flat, but it's long tubs, and I keep her clothes in there, and her accessories and props are just kind of sprinkled in. I don't really have enough of them to make it worth the space to get another one or to get something separate for her props and eyes, but that will probably happen at some point in the future. I don't really have any great tips for organization. I think just kind of keeping on top of it so it doesn't become a giant project is the big thing, and then kind of like don't buy just to buy, like buy because you like it and you're gonna put it on your doll. Alright, question number 4. Do you have your dolls out on display? If yes, do they have a permanent space or do you move them around? So she lives in my doll room, so yes, she kind of has a spot. I don't really move her around so much. She's been at other places, and when I'm not, like the occasional times, like maybe if I'm cleaning or something, for whatever reason don't have her out, I put her in the carrying case that came with her and then in her box, so she is safe and out of harm's way. Question number 5. Have you ever bought something for your dolls and it ended up with a different purpose? So for dolls in general, yes, all the time. However, less so with BJDs. I think the big thing for her is buying fabric or printing a pattern and then like not using it, or using it for something else. Alright, question number 6. Unfinished projects or works in progress that have been left out can sometimes be considered messy. Is there anything out that you are working on at the moment that is taking up more space than it should? So I am working on a dress for her at the moment. I will put a picture of the dress. There's a free pattern from Mood and I scaled it down, and I just have some tweaks. I'm currently in mock-up hell for it, but it's also, when you're scaling down a human pattern to a doll, there are a lot of like adjustments that need to be made, just because she's a cartoon. Like, dolls are cartoon characters. Their proportions are not what the average person's proportion is. So there are some tweaks like related to that that needs to be made. I also have other non-BJD related projects that are laying out, which are taking up space, but this is a BJD tag, so we will get into that. So, number 7. Is there anything that you would love to do with your dolls, but can't due to space? So I think most of my limitations are more because financial than space particularly. I would love to have like a huge dollhouse for her, but that is not worth the space to me. A doll room I think is doable. I just think the furniture, especially for an SD BJD, is expensive because it's for a BJD, and then some of the shipping costs are like, it's not cheap, and especially if you want it to be nice. So that's more of a money thing, and there's other ways I'd rather spend my money kind of a thing. Like, I'd rather have her have some nice outfits and some cool accessories than her necessarily have a whole room. So that was the last question. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Bye.